following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Welcome to Gate City Chronicles. I'm Kevin Avard, your host. Today I'm joined with Derek Pollitt of Coffee News. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you've been on here before.
Yes, I have.
And we wanted to have you come back and tell us if there's any updates and what's new with Coffee News. But tell us a little bit about Coffee News. What is Coffee News?
Okay. Coffee News is a franchise. It's been around this year is the 25th year. It's a free publication that we put out at all the different restaurants, coffee shops, hairdressers, car repair shops. It's a family-friendly news, jokes, trivia, and so we help the community paper. We put nonprofit events, what's happening, and then the paper's supported by local advertisers.
Now, when you say paper, it's not like a full newspaper. It's like a brochure, or?
Yeah, it's a one-page publication, and it's front and back, and it's they all look the same. It has all the same content that professional writers write out of corporate, and so what it makes a very effective, very clean paper to have at the local waiting areas.
Do you write for the paper at all?
No, all the information is provided from the franchise.
Okay, so you basically own this particular franchise here in Nashua, correct?
Yep.
Now there are other franchises around the state, I would assume.
Yep. Yeah, there's about actually 500 locations around the U.S.
Wow.
And then there's about total 900 worldwide, about 22 countries. And they actually publish it in about 11 different languages.
Now, how did you get involved with this? You were an IT guy at one time, weren't you?
Yeah, and a couple of years ago I was laid off, and actually I own Coffee News now, the franchise, as of 2 years, as of this month. And I was looking for a business to do that I could help get involved in the community and help the community. So I started researching franchises, found Coffee News as a great publication, or a great business that can help the local community by helping small businesses become successful, and also helping nonprofits become aware and connect people in the community, connect people to customers and businesses.
Now, you know, from what I understand, you can judge an economy by how the advertisers are going. That's a real big. How's it going for you, if you don't mind me asking? Are they flooding to you? Are you getting new customers all the time?
It's going good. As you know, the economy slows. People are tight and monitoring their what their expenses are.
Right.
But what we do is we have a lot of value for the cost that we have there. So we tend to get advertisers that can't possibly afford bigger media.
Like the Yellow Pages. Does anybody advertise in that anymore anyway?
I mean, you still have to keep
Right.
people that don't have online access. They need to be able to find that. But what we're based on is branding also. So we're a consistency for the advertiser. We come out weekly, so our paper is published weekly, and it's in everywhere around the area. We have about 200 locations around Nashua where we publish weekly and deliver.
Now, if you have a restaurant, do you have to pay for you to come and drop off these brochures?
No, actually what we do is we provide the service for free to the restaurant. So we provide a stand, we provide the paper weekly, and it's actually a service for restaurant to help give their customers something to do while they're waiting for their food.
So if you're at Sullivan Tire or something and you're sitting there waiting for your tire, that you could probably find Coffee News there?
Yep, you can look at, and you can they're usually in the waiting areas or by the food, by the coffee.
Right.
The best thing to find out is where they're at is I have, on my website, I have a list of all the locations. Or if you happen to be at one of your favorite places and you don't see it, actually ask the manager. ask the manager of, hey, can we put coffee news there, or why isn't it there? Or they can go to my website and send me a note of, can you put it at that location?
Well, I know we have it here at the TV station. When you walk right through the door, it's right there to your right.
Yeah.
And there's coffee news. So how do you go about meeting these people? Do you go out? Do you go knocking on doors and saying, hey, listen, we have coffee news. Would you like? How do you get into places other than people demanding it? Do you go door knocking or?
Basically, what we do is when we build out a territory. So recently, we just expanded actually to Sauhegan Valley, so Amherst, Milford, and Wilton. We go to each restaurant, each coffee shop, car repair shop. We even have dentist offices, doctors, hospitals, and we just ask them, can we put this paper here? We make sure it's delivered weekly. It's a clean stand that we put up there. And so the manager, the owner will decide if they allow that service to be there. And then we add them to the list and start delivering weekly.
So when you say we, do you have people working for you?
I have some people that help do deliveries.
Right.
And being that in all of the area territories I have, including Sauhegan Valley now, it's about 360 locations weekly that we deliver to. So I have some contractors that go out and help deliver for us.
So what is a typical ad like? Do you help the businesses create the ad, or is it just their business card? What does a typical ad look like?
Yeah, basically what I do is I sit down with a potential customer and see what they're looking for. We evaluate what kind of customer they're looking for, what kind of service do they provide, and we design an ad that meets their spec. We don't usually use a business card because we want it to stick out. So the way that Coffee News works is as you read in the middle of it, you'll notice the ads along the outside. So you want that to pop out. And so we put different pictures, different a need. And I sit there and educate the business owner on what's the best ways to market their business through Coffee News, which could be different from other means.
Right.
And the key thing is I have a designer's professional that's been working with Coffee News corporate for many years. And so I have a specific designer that works with me. And so we send all the information to her. She comes up with a couple of ideas, which we share with the customer, and then we can choose how to, what other tweaks we need to do.
Do you ever run into customers that say, no, I want it this way, and that's it? And, well, it's not going to be a good ad, but...
There's a couple, but what I tend to do is I actually interview and work with meet the customers and explain to them how it works. And what I find is that if a customer doesn't want to do it the way that's recommended by professional advertisers or professional design, which I have that I'm working with, then, like you said, it may not work. So I really highly suggest that customer go with a different way. You can't force them, but also I could suggest that this might not be the best solution for them, because you want it to stick out and you want it to have a certain way so it works for them.
All right. Well, I have one of the ads in front of me, and one of the questions I have that's very important, what is the main ingredient to dal?
The main ingredient to dal?
The main ingredient to dal. It's on this side of the page. I'm kidding with you, but in order to find the answer, you have to turn this side of the page, which I thought was kind of clever.
That's the trivia, yeah. So, and of course, since I don't write the trivia, I can't remember all the trivia.
It's
pretty trick question. And but yeah, we also have run a contest on there. So each week we hide a little miniaturized Coffee News guy, call him Little Bill.
Right.
And I hide that each week in one of the advertisers' spots. And then we have many people that go weekly and search. And I'll get either actually contacted saying, I can't find it, you sure it's there? And so there's people that are searching for a long time. There's some people that find it right away.
Right.
I even got postcards from a lady that's in her 90s that sends me a postcard because she can't go online to submit it. And she'll find the little hidden Coffee News. That's another way that people search all the ads looking for that.
Did you say there's a prize once you get it, or is it just a satisfaction?
Yeah, no, we do a drawing once a month of all the names that come in.
Oh, nice. And you have safety tips from the police department, which I thought was pretty nice. You know?
Yeah.
Single ads, you got your horoscopes, Red Cross, you got blood drives, little calendar events like when's the next blood drawing or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Now, do you have the say in what goes in this?
What I control is what's along the outsides and what's in the what's happening. So the what's happening section in the lower right or lower middle section, that's any nonprofit customer can send me information. So anybody, we have the Red Cross events, we have the soup kitchen, we have many different
I saw that, the soup
people
kitchen, yeah.
that content. There's an event coming up this weekend. It's called Cure with Hope, and they're doing it an event this weekend. So we put that in there.
You got a little iguana in here.
Little Iguana does their events.
Right.
You know, the art show is coming up soon, and so people will submit those, or I'll outreach and contact nonprofits,
Right.
and they can put those. And then for the ads, of course, I put the advertiser, paid advertisers that helps sponsor the paper, helps pay for the paper, and I choose myself to sponsor as Coffee News a couple of nonprofits in there each week, and so I rotate those through as like the blood drive that comes up,
Right.
or one of the other nonprofit events. I sponsor the police safety tips for the Nashua Police Department.
Yeah, very helpful. So if somebody calls you and says, we need your identification for the new National Care Act, hang up, right?
Yep,
Nice little tip.
that's what. Yes.
Yeah, that actually is a nice tip. And it's a shame that people actually take advantage of people like that, but I guess they're out there. So what are some of the other things that are new, that's up and coming? Anything new coming with Coffee News? Or?
Yeah, one of the other benefits I'm going to start having for my advertisers and any of the nonprofits that want to connect with me is I'm going to start a show like this.
Oh.
And so I'm going to be doing a show on the
Here at Local Access.
Here at Local Access. And
Let me guess the title. Coffee News.
Coffee News Talk of Nashua.
Nice.
Because since it is a global franchise, I'll be doing the local. And so I look forward. I already have some advertisers that are waiting, starting to get lined up.
Nice.
And it's another way that I can give a benefit for the advertiser to get their message out there on about their small business. I work with a lot of small businesses that are just trying to make a difference in the community,
Right.
and trying to pay bills. And so I'm glad to be able to help them get their word out there another way.
Well, Local Access is great for everybody. Yeah. And if you have a story to tell them, you come right here. That's great. I think you're going to be a great addition to the station.
Yeah, thanks.
That's wonderful. So if people want to get in touch with you, obviously you have a website.
Yep.
What is your website?
So website, you'll always find it on the local coffee news that's out there in the stands, but it's www.coffeenewsnashuanh.com.
And your phone number?
My phone number is 603-782-0282.
And I assume you have an email address.
Yeah, you can email me, Derek, which is D-E-R-E-K, at coffeenewsnashuanh.com.
Well, we look forward to seeing your show, too. That's going to be great. Is there any final thoughts that you want to leave with our viewers?
Just please support local businesses and support our local nonprofits, and pick up a Coffee News, share it with friends. It's always fun to read, and it's a win-win for everyone. It helps the community, helps the local businesses, and it helps the restaurants and waiting areas that we give a service to.
Right. And if you're at a waiting room and you don't see Coffee News, demand it. So thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right. And thanks for watching Gate City Chronicles. Thank you for watching Gate City Chronicles. And we want to thank our sponsor, Avard Dean of Clean, the carpet cleaner in Nashua. You can reach him at 603-630-1743. And if you would like some more information about Gate City Chronicles or want to be a guest, contact me at gatecitychronicles@gmail.com. Until next week, thanks for watching.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.